been almost a year since Tropical Storm Lee affected numerous homes on the Isle of Q, including mine, and we'll take a shot at that in a little while. But here's one of the many homes that have been razed, and we'll be talking with Dave Bowersox of Bowersox Construction, and he's had a busy year. He's razed a lot of homes. They've been razed up to a foot in some cases, or several feet depending on how low the home was to begin with. We'll talk with him about some of that. But signs of construction continue a year later. It's been an entire year, and some people are still having their homes rebuilt, getting back to normal following Tropical Storm Lee. If you can estimate, how many houses do you think you've worked on over the course of the year?
We've raised 6 of them down here on the Isle of Q within the last year.
6 of them. Okay, now tell me, when folks raise their house, are they getting any kind of a grant from the state, or how's it working?
There's money available from FEMA for raising them and everything.
Okay.
And then the rest has to come out of their pocket.
Okay, now when you raise a house, do you have to have a specific amount of damage to qualify?
You have to have 50% damage to the home there in order to qualify for the grant money.
Okay, so the 6 that you raised were pretty heavily damaged homes?
Yes.
This is one of them here?
Yeah.
And how long does a project like that take?
To raise them usually only takes us about a week. Once they're raised and the new foundation's underneath, then it's a matter of putting siding and things like that on. That does take about a month, 4 weeks longer there.
Only a week to raise a house. That's amazing. So how you're actually lifting the house in its entirety off the ground?
Yep, we have hydraulic jacks and everything, and then we just lift it up in the air 8 feet.
Okay, now we noticed living here on the Isle of Q that a lot of the houses have been raised within the last couple of months. Is that because it took a while for the grant money to come in?
Right, and we've been in, it's taken us time to get from one home to the next home there.
Yeah, because you really have been so busy, you're just probably swamped with a lot of projects. Would you say the state of the Isle of Q is a year later from, when you started?
Actually, it's in good shape and everything, yeah. There's very little that shows of, that there was any type of damage from the flood.
And you were here when the flood happened. Describe for people who didn't get to see it, what it's like now. It was just unbelievable to me to see.
Yep, the water was up and everything, and actually where we were standing there was probably about 4 foot of water.
So how much water did this house take on the first floor? How many feet?
This one here was actually pretty high. This one had very minimum on the first floor.
Okay, so they just chose to raise it after all the years that they've
had to deal with it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Thank you so
much.
I really appreciate it. In some cases, folks have decided not to stay and have actually decided to sell their homes. This is one home that is across the street from me, and the family lived here for 30 years, but this time they decided the damage was too significant and they've moved on. This used to be a home right down the street from me, and it was just torn down a couple of weeks ago, and they are currently excavating